Alright, hey everyone, I'm Nolan from Movie Squad, and this is the first episode of a show called Star Wars Lit. So, big shock, I'm a fan of Star Wars like the rest of the world, and is, in my opinion, the most important piece of merchandising for Star Wars is its novels, from both the canon timeline of novels to the original Legends timeline. These books have given us amazing stories that have been just as good, if not better, than the movies for the most part. There are some bumps, but I'll get to those when it's time. So to start off, I am reviewing the original novelization of A New Hope, originally titled From the Adventures of Luke Skywalker, ghostwritten by Alan Dean Foster, and credits stolen from George Lucas as usual. So for the most part, this book is a page-by-page adaptation of the original movie. There are no twists or turns that you would expect if you have always seen the movie, but there are some minor differences. For example, there's a lot of differences in wording and like what everyone's referred to. Like you could tell that there was still this universe was still in the early stages of development. For example, the droids, for the most part, are called robots. They're referred to as droids every now and then, but they're only referred to as droids by the characters. But other than that, they're called robots by the narrator. Another thing is Leia. Leia is not only a princess, but also a senator. A thing that they decided to leave out of the movie for some reason, even though it would have made her come across as a much more important character. There's an entire scene that's in the book that was just completely taken out of the movie for some reason, even though I really think it should have stayed in. And it's this whole scene at the beginning that develops, that really develops Biggs, Luke's childhood friend, a lot more. There's this whole conversation between Luke and Biggs that not only has them go back about their time growing up, but also kind of gives us more information on like what exactly is going on with this war, and it kind of gives us an idea of what side should we be on. There's also a prologue in the book that clearly shows George Lucas's intentions of the original 6 movies, both the original and the prequels, as it talks about Chancellor Palpatine. What I also like is there are also some minor changes which I just thought were kind of funny. For example, in the Death Star battle, Jack Porkins is not the first person to die, like in the movie. It's actually the second. Proof that he is an amazing pilot. Another thing is at the very end with the award ceremony, Chewie gets a medal, which is something I thought should have happened in the original movie, and but they took that part out because the movie's made by a bunch of Wookiee racists. But other than that, it is very page by page. You know exactly what's going to happen, and if you've seen the movie, this will be a very fast read for you. But it's still a really good read. It's honestly just as engaging as the movie, and especially since there are some minor details, and if you're as familiar with the movie as I am, the details will be noticeable, and it'll actually be kind of interesting to kind of compare the changes between the two. So I definitely do recommend it because it's still a good read, despite it being for the most part page by page exactly like the book. So I'm going to be covering the Legends timeline books first, so I'm going to be just getting all those out of the way before I start tackling the books that take place in the more canon timeline. Decided if I'm going to be covering like all of them, like I still don't know if I'm going to be doing like the Young Jedi or the Junior Jedi series. They're more geared toward children. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to review those, but I'm going to do my best to review as many of these novels as possible. So please keep your eye out, and I hope you enjoyed this.